A good name Shabbos Kodesh, Parshas Naso, Tav Shin Ayin Ches 5778 from Yerushalayim Ir HaKodesh. This week's Parsha starts off with HaKadosh Baruch Hu telling Moshe Rabbeinu to gather basically the Bnei Levi, who's in the vaguest of terms, the Bnei Levi were in charge of the Mishkan. They were in charge of the Mishkan. The Kayanim were in charge of doing the Avodah in the Mishkan. Sweet and dandy. However, as we know from Sefer Vayikra, which we just finished, that there were many aspects to the Mishkan. And there were many people in Shevet Levi. And to make it general, all right, Levi, you're going to go ahead and take care of the Mishkan. It's going to create a little bit of chaos. There's a full operations team called Levi. And just like in every business, you got your billing department, Lahavdil. In business, you have your billing department, you have your sales department, customer service, and everybody's doing their thing to make the wheel turn. That's what was going on here, and that's what it seems. And Nase is Reish B'nai Gershon, Gam Him Levesa, now we have the B'nai Gershon from the time that they're 30 days old. From the time that they're 30 years old until they're 50 years old, Tifkodeisam, you should task them. Every single person has to do something. The B'nai Gershon, the Levi, has to do something in the Oyel Moed. And here's the way it goes. They carried the Urias HaMishkan, the Oyel Moed, Merseyu Mersei Tachas, Asher Olov Milamala, there's Masach Pesach Oyel Moed. They carried this, there's Kali Achotzer, there's Masach Pesach. They did all this. Apiyar in one of the Kol Avidas B'nei Gershon. Okay. And then we get into Zayis Avidas Mishpachas HaGershoni Oyel Moed Mishmat Biyad Isama Ben Aaron B'nei Merari. Now we have B'nei Merari. The Mishpachasam Lebeis Havoisam Tifkodeisam. You should task them. You've been Shloishim Shana V'Malav Ad Bechamishim. You got to put them to work, and this is their avodah. The Kroshim, the Brichav, Amudov, Adonav. Okay. Oh. Every single part of the Mishkan was accounted for, and it had a specific group that was tasked to take care of that particular part of the Mishkan, of the B'nai Levi. Now we can skim through that and say, okay, that's what the Torah is telling us. In Parshas Bechukoisai, we've spoken about this, how the Orach Chaim gives us 42 different pshatim in Bechukoisai Teilechu, in how we should, as Rashi says, Shetiyu Amelu B'Torah, and the Orach Chaim says it's not that simple, and he gave us 42 different pshatim and what that means. He gave us 42 different pshatim and what it means and how you should learn. And in his third pshat, which we've said over, he says that in every pasuk You can learn it the Pshat. You can learn it the Jush. You can learn it the Side. And you can learn it the Kabbalah. Pshat, Jush, Side, Kabbalah. Yeah. Pshat, Jush, Remez, and Side, which is Kabbalah. And from these four ways of looking at each pasuk, there's Shivim Panim to each of these four. It means there's many, many, many ways of seeing this pasuk. The lav pshat, the al tachshav sheyesh pshat echad shemuvan u'mekubel hakol. Chaim says, don't think there's one pshat that's accepted and that's the pshat that everybody understands. You see, that's what it is. That's what I think the beginning of this week's Parsha is really telling us. That every person, there's a lot that has to happen in Klal Yisrael. There's a lot that has to go into the fact that we need shechtim, so that we can have kosher meat, and we need ma'alin, who can do bris milah, and we need rabbanim, to paskin shailas, and we need lamdanim, people who are learning. We need melamdei tinagis, we need rebbeim, and we need people who are going to be the nidivei the people who are going to support the people in Klei Kodesh. And everybody has their tafkid and their place within the broader society. We're all part of that Shevet HaLevi, so to speak, in taking care of that Mishkan, in our own Mikdash Me'at, in our own little base Knesset, in our yeshiva, and wherever we are, we have our role and our part within that. But if every guy in the shul did exactly the same thing, then you would have everybody taking care of the Shalosh Shuddis and no one taking care of the Yetzer Svarim or collecting for the Ma'is Chitim. Because you can't have that. You have to sort of delegate. You have to have the president of the shul, the gabbai, the whoever, delegate. All right, you're in charge of Shalosh Shuddis, you're in charge of giving out the aliyahs, and everybody has their place and their role within the broader framework of we're there to be mechazik the base Knesset. And our oil made in our mikdash me'at. And the hardest part is to respect each and every one of us who's doing a role that's maybe a little different than yours. And more importantly, to accept that perhaps the role that you should be filling is maybe not the role that you necessarily think you're fit for and should be doing, but that is the role that was designated for you. So we just need to make the best of that. Thank you so much for listening. Have a Heilig Azisa Shabbos. As always, any questions, comments, or feedback, you can leave them in the comment section below.